My name's Stuart Nesbit. I am site coordinator at Cape Henry Lighthouse for Preservation, Virginia. I have been here since November of 2012. The Cape Henry Lighthouse is actually the first federal building project that took place after the Revolutionary War. There were several lighthouses built by colonies prior to the Revolutionary War, but after the war, the Ninth Act of Congress signed off to build lighthouses in general, make lighthouse keepers federal employees, and specifically authorize the building of a lighthouse here at the entrance of Cape Henry. Then George Washington hired the first and third lighthouse keepers. Alexander Hamilton hired the second one. So this is really the first federal building project. It also established the fact that lighthouse keepers were federal employees, so it's really the first civil service job as well. The Battle of the Virginia Capes took place here in September of 1781. That's where the French fleet under Admiral de Grasse blockaded the British off the coast of Virginia, and that was why the British had to surrender at Yorktown, because they could not be resupplied. So this area has been a very active place even before the lighthouse was built. So the lighthouse was built in 1789. So that it would protect mariners going up the Chesapeake Bay. Even though this lighthouse is no longer active, there is an active one right across the street that has been lit since December 15, 1881. The reason they built a new lighthouse originally was because they saw several cracks in the building. After they built the new one, they had engineers come in and study it, and they determined they were superficial masonry cracks, not really structural cracks. And the one thing we know about this lighthouse is it is very solid, because the earthquakes that closed the Washington Monument were stronger here than they were in Washington, D.C. And it only took a few days for engineers to come study this, and we opened right back up after that. So the same earthquake that was stronger in Virginia Beach than in Washington, D.C. that closed the Washington Monument left this lighthouse open. Preservation Virginia is the oldest statewide preservation society in the United States. It was founded in 1889. We actually are in the midst of a project to recreate the base. The land would have been about 6 or 7 feet taller than it is now. We have been working since the late 1990s to build the lighthouse base back up to the original height, so that the original Aquia sandstone that would have been below ground is protected. So hopefully this coming winter, the winter of 2014 to 2015, we'll be able to build that back up and protect the stone.